we've learned some horrible information, ladies and gentlemen, about Steve Blum. We've
some
only just
fantastic
learned
information.
The voice actor for Mike is a fellow named David Lucas, which is apparently the non-union pseudonym that Steve Blum used for voice acting, which means he's also the voice of English Char Aznavour. That's what we've discovered.
So Robokai saying the AI is based off Char Aznavour makes so much more sense because Fang 3 is in fact Stephen J. Blum.
Which, to be honest, impresses the shit out of me because Char Aznavour, like, his English voice is quite distinct and very much does not sound like Steve Blum. And that's a credit to Steve Blum's acting ability that I never put two and two together after all of these years.
Take the city from the Xeon, it'll make supporting it afterwards very
no, like the dude is seriously hardcore. There's a couple of interviews he does where he gets asked that question, right? It's just like, do you do any other voices? And he's like, hell yes I do. And then he'll just drop like 5 completely different but incredibly well-matured vocal and practiced voices right in front of you. And he's just like, yeah, it's just after I did Spike Spiegel, everybody just wanted Spike Spiegel. Whatever, I get paid this way. Like, respect. I can respect that.
Oh boy, it's a train. It's a train full of Xeon goodies. Gimme.
It's a train with a gun for the final boss of the game, that if we let the final boss get that gun, it will two-shot us.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Wait, so you...
Also, it looks nothing like a train.
No, it doesn't. That looks a little bit like self-propelled.
I mean, it looks like a Dreamcast doing its best rendering train. So
yeah, it's as good as the Dreamcast could get. It's a little fat. It's a fat train.
I would say that's the only thing really wrong with it is the fact. Like, you see a lot of like freighter trains that look like that,
there's still
like
a possibility that those trains won't even show up. So why don't we stick to headquarters' original plan and concentrate our efforts on destroying those pillboxes?
Yeah, Mike. Why don't we just do our jobs?
Because
so we're supposed to avoid civilian casualties. So of course I bring the bazooka.
All the time, it probably wouldn't have resulted in like Ryu dying.
There, Lieutenant Rhea. Well, what do you know? We're finally on our way.
Yeah, if he just stopped whining and gone out in the Gundam like he was supposed to, and not let Sayla steal it or whatever.
Well, it wasn't just that, but it was more the problem that he kind of left with the Gundam for a while.
Oh yeah, that's right. He wandered off with the
because he was terrified
and all of the battle
take away his only reason for living at that point. The only thing that he sort of assigned value on himself.
Is this the unit and the equipment?
Amuro spent a good number of episodes in a prison cell after that, by the way.
As well, yes. He should have. I mean, taking away a frickin' super weapon because you wanted to have a joyride.
So we have to avoid civilian casualties, so of course I'm bringing the AoE weapon.
Good man. So, one thing I'm going to ask, just to be clear on this, is, you said if we let the final boss get hold of it, we'll be in big trouble. Can you fail this mission and things just sort of continue anyway?
No, but you can let the train go. It's not an objective, and in fact, this mission actually sets up a minor branch that doesn't take into effect until the end of the game. But you can let your nemesis go with his mobile suit, and if you do, the train also escapes. I blow up the train before he even gives us that option, which basically sets a timer before the game realizes, oh, the train's exploded, we have to attack.
Very, very important to remember. Never trust a Zeke.
We should be extremely cautious when carrying
Never trust a Zeke, yeah.
Never.
He makes a very reasonable, reasoned style. We shouldn't be fighting around civilians, let us go, we can fight again later sort of argument. It's very reasonable, and he is lying.
Because... Oh, what's this?
Oh, this is Mike's crush. Mike has a crush on a girl from the radio, which he will spend the entire game talking about nothing but her. So if you wanted to lose all faith in Steve Blum, or all respect for him. Listen to the mic conversations, because
honestly, the dude did what he did to get paid. I will always respect.
I'm not being serious. Don't lose respect for Steve Blum. He's great.
I gotta say, like, back on the subject of trusting Xion, look, if Xion's doing anything, like if they're up to anything with any operation, you can be rest assured it's some part of a greater plan to build a stupid mobile armor that probably uses like a young innocent you type child to try and blow everybody up.
Man, I wish
like,
basically.
It's what they always do. Like a Zeke saying, hey, let's worry about civilian casualties. There's a giant hole in Australia where a lot of dead gas colony people burned up on entry. and their ashes are sitting atop the piles of dead Australian people who were crushed under the exploding colony that fell from orbit.
I think it's best if we avoid the center of the city.
So what I'm perceiving from you is that the ship is sail.
The entire area after the outlying areas have been secured.
I pull off something with timing in this that you'll see it, but yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but it involves the grenade.
And with everything else we have to worry about, now we have to concern ourselves with that too?
Shut up, Mike.
You try crashing this tea party?
3 things. That's
I will give full credit though. Like, water isn't as huge a problem as you think in Australia these days, but with the state Earth is in after like all the conflict that's happened and the the colony drops and a whole bunch of other terrible things that have happened on planet Earth is in like a really fucked up state during the Universal Century. So yeah, water is like massively important for like rural cities like this. Like Xion.
Yep. So
man, like even just this command structure reminds me.
There's actually a really interesting game on the PlayStation where you control Xion forces. I believe it's actually just called Xionic Command.
Xionic Front.
Xionic Front. That's right. Xionic Front. And it's very much like Rainbow Six with mechs. It's pretty cool.
I'm
the original.
Pretty sure that's, if not in this engine, they used the models. Yes. They reused the models.
Like you can basically like plan the entire mission out from the start, hands free, and win.
HQ's plan, and I'm presently searching for the enemy. Since I expect soundtracking will be hard in a city spread out like this, I'm going to hold my position here for a minute. Requesting assistance.
Fang 3, roger that.
He's so happy.
Alice Springs, known for its just random steel. Ah, shit.
That was probably.
Well, that happened.
Oop.
So I'm also not good with timing the shield, because the shield takes a half a second to actually pull up. So I will get shot in the face a lot and then pull up the shield immediately after. That's just a thing that's going to happen.
That's alright. Cool guys, next one.
I want there to just be like a "you tried" thing show up. Yeah, there you go.
Like you're trying to figure out that
time. You tried.
This is Oasis. Have completed the search. That's strange.
Damn it!
Did you just blast your own face with that?
This
Little?
is Oasis. Fang 3, take special care to avoid firing on the civilians in the area.
Fang 3, don't be a dumbass.
Ouch.
Yeah, that, there's just no...
They should have just called him Poop Free because everyone's dunking.
Try to avoid destroying any civilian buildings.
Looking at you, Fang 3, but he did it!
We didn't, it was a target.
He probably stepped on a house. You can do that.
Wow.
There. That's a bug.
Oh, I have to.
That was a good example of pop.
I have to do my namesake.
This is Oasis.
True story.
I do wish there were more like Gundam games like this, but like on modern systems, things like that.
Enemies will be left when the main force arrives. Coming in for a close encounter, huh?
Yeah. So the train comes in from the bottom half of the map, so if you do the bunkers in the reverse order, you're like right near where it comes in. If I had thought about it, I would have blown up the trucks behind me. There's a line of just enemy trucks back there. That will change the ending cutscene slightly because they use those trucks to escape.
Oh man, it's like does the game take that into account, or does the game just like fuck around with them? Is it kind of like how you can blow yourself up in like cutscenes using like alternate controller and GoldenEye?
Well, they still get like a truck, but I think it has to stop and pick up some soldier models. If I remember right, I don't remember. I might have to do that in a bonus. Oh hey, buddy who's not paying attention to me.
Yeah, like, dude, you just took about 4 rockets from my position. What is wrong with you?
He doesn't hear him creeping up on him when he's like smashing through a building.
Man, this guy.
He's like, oh, I got my He-Hawk out. Oh, fuck.
Just don't eject, man. Just don't eject. You're doing the world a huge favor.
Well, I think it's probably another thing that sort of needs to be pointed out. Like you were saying, at this point in the game, like the war is.
Oh look, it's a goof.
Space, like, and so.
I'm getting a message from the enemy. I'll transfer to you.
That's Nozaku.
They're trying to negotiate for the escape of the train I just blew up. The Wild Thunder of Zeon, Vish Donahue, running in a circle because he's just talking. I am getting damage on him for the next segment.
Well, you're also getting damage on the building, apparently, because you just turned it into rubble.
Here it comes. Come on, yes! I'm gonna throw a grenade immediately when this cutscene ends.
Our conditions are that we must be able to pull out without incident. Rest assured, until we are out of here and have established ourselves in neutral territory, we will not attack you in any way. Of course, if you attack us, we will have no further choice but to respond accordingly. I believe you would prefer.
I can just picture Pierce Rayer, our character, sitting there with a grenade in his hand, like.
I am not trustworthy.
You mean to tell me they didn't want to fight us in the first
Floating
place?
hand.
When you think about the damage we might do to the city, these conditions really don't sound that bad. What should we do, Lieutenant?
Never trust us!
Everyone shoot the goof! Why are you way back there, Fang 3?
Everyone told him not to fucking destroy anything, so he's like, I ain't moving! I ain't moving from this place!
Yeah. He was stepping on houses, they were just like, fine, you don't want me to step on things? I just won't step on anything.
Like, he's standing there like, can you move out? There's just like, all these children standing around going, yay! And he's just in the cockpit sweating.
Everyone attack the goof! Mike is very definitely a gun cannon pilot.
I feel like that's an insult to Mike.
Come on, where is he gonna pop out? There he is.
There you are.
Now the goof will just shred you, even at range.
Yeah, the goof is a beastly machine. A very highly not asymmetrical.
So I do pop-tart him a little bit, because he's having trouble pathing to me through those buildings.
Truthfully, if he's gonna shred you up, and, you know, by reputation, yeah, he will. I mean, this seems only reasonable.
So is this the variation that has the gun in the hand, or is this the looks like the variation with the chain gun on it? Okay, like custom.
Nope, it does have the gun in the hand. So these are the finger guns.
Oh, okay.
But it's the bigger. It's the 3-barreled finger gun rather than the 5.
A gun in the hand is worth
It's also, it doesn't have the usual heat whip. It's got a heat wire, which is a long-range version. And he can shoot me through buildings, because that's
he's caring about civilian casualties.
He's got about 2,000 hit points. And we have, I think, 1,100 base.
Oh, that looks like he just used the wire there.
Yeah. He will stun lock you with that and shoot you to death at melee if you let him. He's one of the enemies that will routinely kill me if I try to melee him.
As so.
So you really want to fight after all?
A cute little note is like they've actually done one of my favorite things from Gundam, and is when everyone does a suit lockup. When two suits are in contact with one another, they can directly communicate. It's another thing that's done because of Minovsky particles, which I mentioned in the last video. So generally speaking, at close range, there might be a possibility of communication, but the easiest way to communicate is like through direct contact. It enables suits to communicate. And yeah, so I just think that's really cool. Like, they actually have them talking to one another while they're locked up. It's like...
I do that a lot. I will set orders and then the mission will end.
Lieutenant, I confirm that the remaining enemy forces are definitely retreating from the battle zone.
Mike got his one kill there. He killed
disappointed.
No, wait, no, sorry. Leon killed Bazaku.
All across the continent, but they pulled
Mike
out of this
doesn't
place so
get his
quickly, I really
kill
haven't figured out
until he gets the gun cannon mass production tight. Spoilers, we're getting a gun cannon.
I wonder what their abandoning this position will mean for the war in the long run, and for the possibility of any kind of peace process. Maybe it'll have no meaning at all.
War has no meaning sometimes.
Do you think it was really just a troop transport, or could it have been something else?
It was totally
just have to wait until the intelligence boys and the main
It was a
force
burst
get back
liner
to
cannon
this.
from Zeta Gundam. I don't even know if Robokai will get that, but it's basically one of the chair-mounted super beam weapons. The flying...
Look at that frame rate drop with that
one of the flying space chairs.
Yeah. Guys upstairs to worry about all of the complicated stuff. Anyway, I believe the lieutenant's decision was the right one after all.
Yeah.
His decision to give the Zeon no quarter
Do not trust
was a good idea.
They will drop a colony on you.
Those green trucks won't show up in this cutscene. The Jeeps still will, but those green trucks won't be here if you blow them up.
Lieutenant Bish, glad to see you. The train, unfortunately, was destroyed.
I see.
Ghost of a man?
Besides that, it seems that I lost my favorite suit today. That's my age. That Fetty mobile suit team we came across before, we've got to admit that they were pretty damn good. And their platoon commander seems to be pretty good as well. A skilled pilot at the very least. You may be a very real threat to us.
Clipping.
Maybe a very real threat blows up everything I hold dear.
He blew up my favorite robot.